Wyatt Brant. So I played for Cumberland High School, and I have committed to Millikin University Big Blue.
Discuss your senior football season, although you didn't have a postseason, what it meant to just play in general.
Well, all summer we didn't know if we were going to have one in the fall or if we were going to have one in the spring, but we ended up having one in the spring. And I mean, just go out there and play. That's all I wanted. I didn't care if there was a postseason or not. It would have been better to have a postseason, but honestly, just to get the chance to play football, I mean, it just meant so much, and it was odd. We had a lot of players not go out, or we had a couple players get hurt. Some key players got hurt, but we had the players to step up and really take on those big roles to have such a successful season that we had.
What has playing for the Pirates meant to you all 4 years of high school?
Well, it's meant so much. I was actually born and raised in Sullivan, and I moved here when I was in third grade, and I always heard stories of my grandfather playing football here and how he almost had the chance to go play football for the Illinois Fighting Illini, and he actually hurt his shoulder, and ever since then football it's been my main dream, and now to be able to go play and at the next level, it just means so much. And my family has been all around Cumberland. I mean, we're from here, so to be able to play in front of them, or was able to play in front of them, it meant a whole lot. Well, Coach Watkins, he's been like a father figure to me all through, I mean, middle school. He was my track coach growing up, and then when you get to high school, he was my football coach. And I mean, I grew up with Coach Watkins, and he's been like a father, like I said. And the way he took me under his wing my sophomore year and given me the opportunity to play running back, I mean, he's been like my best friend, and it's been an honor to have him coach me. Well, the biggest obstacle was not knowing when we were going to be able to play. We had some workouts here and there, and a lot of us players, we kind of got together and worked out by ourselves. But just not knowing when we were going to play or if we were going to play, it was challenging. So we didn't take our time for granted. We really went out there and we grinded, and we put the time in. So when season did come around, we were able to go out there and play our hearts out. So my favorite memory here at Cumberland High School playing football was actually my sophomore year, and it was week 2, and we traveled all the way to Oakwood. And I didn't know if I was going to get to play or not. I was just a sophomore. I mean, I was a little smaller. And well, Coach put me in, and my first play, I broke loose on the outside, but it was raining. I went to go cut in, and I just slipped. I put my head down for a minute. Coach put his arm around me, and he said, "Keep your head up. You'll get more time this game." So as the game went on, he kept giving me more snaps, and the yards kept coming. And later on in the fourth, we were down by 2 touchdowns, and Coach said, "All right, run a flash right." And as soon as I got the ball, I rushed 80 yards, touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, and then here it comes. We need one more score. Gabe Hatfield throws the ball down the field, and he had a slinger, and we moved the ball down the field, and Coach gave me the chance to go in there and score another touchdown, and we got the 2-point, and it came to the time where there was still a little time on the clock, and we got back on offense, and we needed a first down, or else they were going to be in field goal position. And I remember getting the ball, and I just jumped. I didn't even know where the sticks were. I just jumped, and I looked up, and I got the first down, and it was wild. It was one of the best memories I've ever had.
What makes you such an impact player?
Well, what I think of the most is when it comes to how impactful I am. I'm such a leader. I try to put the team under my wings, and I try to bring everybody up. If you put your head down, I'm on you. I want you to be positive all throughout the game. I'm quick. I'm somewhat strong. I'm getting stronger, especially for the next level. But I've always had the mindset of keep your head up. There's always a positive to the game, winning or losing, and just to be a father figure, I guess, to the team, just make sure everybody's up.
One thing you're going to miss, not being in a Cumberland uniform on a Friday night under the lights.
Wow. So one thing I'm really going to miss is just having the home fans screaming the whole entire time. To have those home fans, we have a football community, so when it's Friday night, the stands are packed, and you got people standing all around the fence, and those uniforms, it felt so good to put those on Friday nights, run out there with the music playing and looking out at the stands and seeing your friends and your family and just a whole bunch of people that just were there to support you. And that's one thing I'm going to miss. When I decided I wanted to play college ball was when I first moved to Cumberland in 3rd grade. My mom told me about my grandpa and how it was his dream to play up at the next level, and he didn't get that chance. So I've always had my mindset on getting to the next level and showing my grandpa that I made it.
Toughest game that you've had to fight, claw, everything through?
That would be Arcola, my junior year. We came to that game. They were ranked in the state, and we didn't know what was going to go on. We watched film all week. We had everything down. We thought we were ready. We were ready. And we came out there, and our defense actually played phenomenal. I mean, we allowed them a couple scores, but I think other than that, our offense was slinging in all different cylinders. The pass game, the run game, our defense, they played phenomenal. And that was one game. I was so nervous that game. When it came to the last play, they went for a Hail Mary, and Colt Guyon actually stripped the ball, and we picked it up, and all I remember is just fans screaming. The whole team was jumping. It felt like we won the Super Bowl. It was just insane.
What did it mean to go up against the star from ALAH, Caden Fegan?
I mean, it was real fun. I've known Caden a couple years now. I think ever since freshman year. He actually dunked on me my freshman year in basketball. But Caden, he's such an all-around athlete. I mean, he's tall, he's muscular, I mean, he's fast. I mean, in all different cylinders, he's just a great athlete. And to play against him, it was tough. Caden had wheels on him, and he was really strong. He knew how to spin around somebody, juke him out. Sometimes if you try to tackle him, you just bounce right off of him. I mean, the kid was such a beast. So high school football has really taught me that you can't do anything by yourself. I mean, you have your family, you have your teammates, you have the coaches. It's not just a one-player sport. You have 22 other guys, offense and defense. You're all brothers out there. I mean, you're a pack of wolves. You go out there, you hunt together, you eat together, you sleep. I mean, it's just family all around.
Oh, it's got to squeeze. There you go, there you go.
So heading to Millikin, I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I mean, heading to the next level, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but Coach Gritty, he's done such a well job with the team the past couple of years. I've heard great things about him. He treats his team like they're kings. But being able to play under him, it means a lot. And our #1 goal this year is to become national champs. I mean, that's going to be our goal. We had a team meeting. Coach Gritty said, coming to this season expecting us to put the work in and become champs. So we have a lot of expectations for Millikin football. And coming from a small town like this and going and play for Millikin, I mean, it's just wild.
When coaches tell me how they're glad that they don't have to see you anymore, as far as a positive of how good you are as an impact player, what does that mean to you?
That means a lot to me because I've grown up wanting to push myself and to become a better player. And when it came to playing for Cumberland High School, I really excelled in my athletic ability because growing up I wasn't real coordinated. I mean, it took some years, but with all the strength training and the pushing that the coaches really put on us, it means a lot to hear them say that because I know that going to the next level, I can bring something to the table, and there's still room for improvement.
The touchdown you had against Tri-County and what that meant for your career.
Well, that play was designed to go right up the middle, and it was clogged up, and I hit one of their defensive linemen, and all I needed to do was spin, and I got the spin off, and I ended up running to the outside, and I had Ross Hemmon right there blocking with me, and the lineman that got out. That play, I mean, that's one of my favorite memories of my senior year because when I broke the outside, the fans were screaming and coaches were yelling, and it felt so good.
And they're just then started. Wyatt, Brant gets the handoff, and look at this spin.
Oh, my
Move,
goodness.
wow. Then he's off to the races and finds himself in the end zone.
Wow.
And the Pirates defeat Tri-County tonight, 49-0, and Cumberland goes on to be 4-0 on the season. Wow.
What did it mean to you to suit up one more time in the uniform?
It meant a lot to me and Jack. We knew that there was an all-star game. We didn't know if Coach was going to vote us in or not, but when we found out that we got nominated, me and Jack instantly texted each other and we said, we're ready for this. So to be able to go out there and put a uniform on one last time with a bunch of different people, it was so much fun. Made a bunch of new friends, and just to play against the other guys in the area, like Dawson DeLapp and AJ Cox from Casey. To play against them was fun because we never played against Casey, and that was one big dream that us boys at Cumberland wanted to have, was play against Casey. Right now, I'm going to school to major in exercise science because I really want to become an athletic trainer. So if I wasn't playing football, then that would have been my number one, which of course is my number one now because I got to focus on that for football. But I would have went and I would have gotten my athletic training, and I would have found a job at a hospital because I love helping people, and to be able to stay related to sports, it would have been 10 times better.
What brings you so much joy in the sport of football?
Well, football, it's done so much for me. I mean, through some hard times and through some great times, football's always been there. To go out there with your family, basically all your friends and your coaches, I mean, it's so much fun. To go out there and just clobber people and just run the ball. I mean, you get an adrenaline rush just thinking about it, but it means so much. First off, I want to thank everybody in the Cumberland community, because without you, I want to have the motivation every Friday night to go out there and run the ball like I did. And you guys have supported this team so much. All of us players, thank you. And specifically, I want to thank my mom for always lifting me up and telling me how good I could be if I put my mind to it. And my uncle Bones, he brought me in, and he's always told me, keep your head on straight, keep your head on straight. And that's what I've done. The past 2 years when I've lived with him, I'd get home from a game and we'd sit for an hour and a half talking about the do's and don'ts. We watched film together, and he's really mentored me when it came to especially basketball and football, but football mainly.
Stud football player for the Cumberland Pirates. Head off to Millikin to play football. Good luck to you, Wyatt. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much, Tyler, for everything.